Nate, with so many new faces, how important is it to establish the chemistry with the new guys and some type of flow early in the first part of the game?
Yeah, that's something we've been working on really since September. It's the chemistry. In our preseason, I pretty much played the same combination of guys throughout the preseason so that they could work on their chemistry, the timing. They practiced together in the first and second unit. Has rotated a little bit together, but for the most part, tried to keep both of those units together. We're going to have to continue to do that. Tonight is our first test to work on establishing ourselves defensively. Committing to that defensive end of the floor, being better on the defensive end of the floor, and so that can help to generate offense for us. So tonight is the first test, the real test, for our guys to establish our style of play.
If my math's correct, I had your first opening night 36 years ago. Do you still have those butterflies on the first game of '82, or has it kind of subsided over the years?
You do. You're excited to get going and to play. So I know all of the guys are excited to get going tonight. This is our first time playing in front of our fans, and I'm looking forward to it, and I know they are.
One of the things we don't get to see a lot of in the preseason is the end of game stuff, at least not with the starters. How do you get ready for that kind of stuff in a training camp, and how does DeJounte fit into all of that?
He's going to be a big part of all of that, but you work on it. That's something that we basically work on daily, almost. Is special situations, end of the game situations, short clock situations. So that's something that we constantly prepare for, so that you're not surprised by what a team may run or throw at you. You try to throughout the training camp add as much as you can, so that once you get into opening night, you pretty much have all of your things in, not all of it, but enough to play a game and be prepared for some surprises. But those end of the game situations, plays, short clock plays, is something that we work on, really every day.
Hey Coach, what's it like for you to see a guy like Bruno Fernando that you spent a little bit of time with get a 4-year deal and now kind of have a more prominent role with this young Rockets team?
It's good. You're always happy for your guys. Bruno was really a good young kid when he was here with us, and is trying to work himself into rotation, and to see him now get that opportunity and do some good things in this preseason for Houston. I'm happy for him, and we know that he's a physical player in that paint, and a guy that is pretty athletic, and we're gonna have to make sure that we keep him in front, we keep him off the glass, and we respect his game.
For what we've been able to see of Aaron Holiday, are you surprised by how quickly he's been able to hit the ground running and kind of get himself acclimated with that second group?
No, he's been doing that, I think, for a while. When we drafted him in Indiana, I was really happy with his style of play. He's a little Rockwilder. He's a guy that's going to get after you defensively. He's not afraid. Offensively, he can play with the ball. He can play off the ball, and that has really worked out with our guards. With DJ missing a preseason game, we had to immediately go to Trey and Aaron in the backcourt, and it was okay. They're small, but I think Aaron plays a lot bigger, more physical with the basketball, and he's a confident kid. I think all of those Holidays, Justin and Drew, those guys are pros, and they prepare themselves, and he's had a pretty good preseason for us.
Coach Rivera. Coach, how much does a new look roster kind of make things feel a little bit different heading into a season? What are you kind of hoping they put on film just for this first game?
Well, it is a different season, and it's a new season, and it's an opportunity for us to, show what we worked on. I think all of us got to be better than we were last year. You know, when you come into a new season, there needs to be something different that you bring to the floor, to the court, and everybody needs to see that. Our fan base, the league, you add to your game something, and tonight is our opportunity to go out and do that. We know that we've been talking about defense, really all training camp long, that we have to improve in that area, and I firmly believe that it wins. Not to say that you let your offense suffer, but I think if we can get better, which I expect us to do on the defensive end of the floor, rebounding the basketball so that we can generate more easier baskets on the offensive end of the floor, we'll be a solid team.
Coach, you spoke about just that Rottweiler nature, that dog sort of mentality that the Holiday brother brings into that lineup. How do you hope that translates to the roster as a whole, and what does that do for an identity that you're continuing to establish as a roster?
Well, I think you need that, and I think DJ is a guy that brings that with that first unit, and having a conversation with him the last couple of days, he loves defense, and that was good to hear. And it's important that we have guys in that first unit that will establish a defensive presence for us. We're not going to put it all on DJ. I think DeAndre has to be that guy that can play on the other side of opposite of DJ. I think John Collins will have to improve defensively because we want to do probably a little bit more switching. And Clint Capella, we know what he's capable of doing, but we have to do that this season. And tonight is our first test to establish our defense.